What's up, everybody? I'm Dave. This is Quarter Flips. Welcome back to the channel. How can colors help you as a reseller? How can having knowledge about 3 specific colors help you make money? That's what I'm going to explain today. I spent the weekend on a buying trip up to Whatcom County to Bellingham to visit my parents, and on the way up there, I stopped at a couple of thrift stores just in various different little small towns on the way up. I'm going to release 2 more videos coming up this week about my stuff that I had going on with my parents, which ended up being very, very cool. But I thought I would make a quick video about a discovery I had on the way up and realization that a little piece of knowledge that I had might be helpful to other resellers out there when you're out searching for things. So here's what it is. You know, there's that Culture Club song that some of us have had stuck in our head since we were kids. The Karma Chameleon. I'm sorry, unfortunately, some of us have had this stuck in our heads. There's a part in that song that says something along the lines of, loving would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. Remember red, gold, and green. It's a significant color scheme. And here's what I mean. Here's why. I'm in this thrift store that I've only been to once before, and I'm looking at the DVDs. And right next to the DVD section is a section of CDs. And sections of CDs can be fairly daunting in these places because, in my experience, you can look a long time and not find anything worth looking at. Now, sometimes when you do find something in there, it's a real score, so it can be worth your time, and if you have time and you know stuff to look for, definitely give it a shot. I tend to, if I see something that I recognize that's a punk CD or a weird metal CD or something, I'll start looking through the rest to see if they put out a collection, and sometimes that has worked for me. But this was the first time that I just looked over at the shelf and a color scheme caught my eye. And you probably already know what it is. I looked over at the shelf and I saw red, gold, and green on the spines of a whole bunch of CDs on the top shelf. And I knew those have got to be reggae CDs. Red, gold, and green. They always use that color scheme. So I look over and I just see maybe 8 CD spines in a section of them that have red, gold, and green, like different logos and just different color schemes. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna check those out. And sure enough, reggae CDs. And it was a whole collection that had been put out of reggae CDs. And unfortunately, many of them were very damaged. They had some value. All the CDs were 99 cents a piece in this store. A bunch of them could have gone for like 10 to 12 bucks, but they were so scratched and it just didn't seem worth the effort to try to get them cleaned, if they would even polish up well enough, and I'd have to spend quite a bit to get that done, and just the overall condition wasn't great. But there were some that were in really good condition. Some of those I couldn't even find information on Discogs. I probably should have bought those just speculating, because they could have been incredibly rare, but I didn't know how rare at the time. I wasn't doing a deep dive. I hadn't figured out the full value of everything yet. Let me show you what I did find, what I did pull off the shelf and bring home. These 2 CDs, you can see, I think you can see if there's not too much glare. They both still have the 99-cent stickers on them from the store. They both feature a band called Midnight. This one is Midnight and Yusufa Sidibe. I am certainly not pronouncing that right. As always, I apologize for just that. You know, what can I do about it? And this one is called Jubilees of Zion. This is one of their LPs. Now, if you look on the side of these, neither one of them has the red, gold, and green, but they were in a group of CDs that had red, gold, and green visible. And if you look closer, you can see red, gold, and green on the flag on the cover of Jubilees of Zion, and some down here on the map. And then it's just a little bit of the background color scheme on this one, but if you go to the back cover, you see the logo for the labels that it's on, red, gold, and green, red, gold, and green. You want to keep an eye out for those. And here's why. This one is a more common, oh yeah, you see on the inside, take the CD out, red, gold, and green. This one, I think it has sold between $8 and $40. I'm just doing this from memory when I checked it. I'll throw the comp up here, not comps, but on Discogs you don't have comps, but it does show what it has sold for at the low end and what it has sold for at the high end. For 99 cents, this is a good get. Very happy that I got it. This one, on the other hand, is something special. Lowest price that this CD has sold for ever on Discogs is $49.99. The highest price this CD has sold for is over $200 for a CD. There are two versions of this available. In fact, this is the inexpensive one. The other version, it has a slightly different design here. It's got midnight with like some flames or something behind it. It was released on a different label. It's one of the only two versions available. That one regularly goes for over $300. I'm not going to complain. 99 cents, and I'm probably going to put this up for $150. It's in really nice condition. It's was much better than a lot of the other CDs they had there. Now it's got a significant amount of scratching, and you know what? I might actually take this one down and see if they can give it a polish at a place where I can get CDs resurfaced, because this one is actually worth the effort. Because I think right now, just seeing the scratching just now, I'm not selling it for $150. I'd probably sell it for $99, given how rare it is. But you know, $3 or $4, get the polish done down at the video game store. Should be able to return this thing to looking brand new, and I'll jump it up. Who knows, if it's the only one up there, and it will be the only one available on the site, maybe I'll put it up for $200 and see what happens. I don't know if this is getting harder to find, or like I can check on Discogs and see when the more recent sales are. I'll see if I can throw some of that up so you can see how Discogs works. You can go in and actually see the sales history, and there's a graph that shows. And I hadn't checked this before making this video, so I don't know if the graph that I'm putting up right now shows it going up in value, staying kind of, you know, sometimes up, sometimes down, so it stays in the middle, or if it shows a decrease in value over time. So just, you'll be able to see it from the graph, hopefully. All right, red, gold, and green. When you are looking at music and you see that color scheme appear, just take an extra look. If you start seeing African or Jamaican sounding names of bands, start pulling those out and taking a look at them. And, you know, have the Discogs app on your phone, scan them. It's kind of like the eBay app. You could scan the barcodes, bring up some stuff. It's not as easy as eBay, I think, to check the prices, but once you know how, it works out pretty well. And honestly, with the prices that a lot of thrift stores charge for CDs, you're not going to be taking a huge risk if you just buy a stack and take them home and then do your search there. Just as long as they're in decent condition, it's worth it. At the very least, you can lot them up and sell them for at least what you paid for them, and it'll be a learning experience. All right, I hope that's been helpful. The only other thing I'm going to do today is show some recent sales, so I'm going to do that right now. So this book, Bizarro, a bunch of different DC characters drawn by different artists. $12.99, shipping included. Got a Frank Miller, Todd McFarlane Spawn Batman, Image Comics graphic novel. That went for $8.99, shipping included. Sold a pair of women's size 8 Rocket Dog shoes. Nubuck Black. These went for $34.99, shipping included. And a brand new pair of women's size 8.5 Adidas. These went for $44.99, shipping included. Very light. These are going to go cheap. CDs over on Discogs. Hardesty, What Doesn't Make Us Stronger Only Kills Us, $2.99. Alkaline Trio, From Here to Infirmary, $5.99. Love that record. And Neutral Milk Hotel, $8.99. Jihad, Old Testament CD, $7.99. Dead Guy, Fixation on a Coworker, $9.99. Reality Part 2 compilation, $11.99. Godflesh Hymns, $13.99. Youth of Today, Break Down the Walls, $14.99. And Turning Point, It's Always Darkest Before the Dawn, $16.99. Iconoclast, $3.99. Really good CD. Gettysburg Soundtrack by Randy Edelman. That one went for $5.99 plus shipping. Bones Brigade, I Hate Myself When I'm Not Skateboarding. That's kind of true. $9.99. Agnostic Front, Cause for Alarm and Victim in Pain on the same CD, $9.99. Two from the Melvins that went together. Stoner Witch, that went for $3.99, and Bullhead, that went for $19.99. And this is the Anti-Capital Blind Spot Plus 3 CD from this band with a name I've never been able to pronounce. $24.99 plus shipping on that one. And vinyl. So this Depeche Mode Black Celebration LP for $14.99 plus shipping. And so these two records together, Fuad Hassan, Music of the Bedouin Bandits, $4.99. I sold it for $4.99 because I was making a deal to go along with this. Peter Baumann, Machines of Desire, that was $29.99 plus shipping for both. VHS, History of the World Part 1, $7.99. Steve Martin and the Jerk, $6.99. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, $7.99. Sometimes a Great Notion with Paul Newman, Lee Remick, Henry Fonda, this fella, $9.99. Blu-ray, When the Game Stands Tall, $6.99. Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk, $6.99. And Eddie the Eagle Blu-ray DVD Combo, $6.99. Also on DVD, The Missouri Breaks, $9.99. Got a Donnie Brasco and Weo in the Night double feature Blu-ray, $6.99. DVDs, Supercalinetics, $9.99. Wrath of the Ninja, $9.99. Vicious, $9.99. That's season 1. Kirk Douglas and the Indian Fighter, $12.99. And Payback with Mel Gibson, $12.99. Tom Jones, $7.99. Carousel, $8.99. Queen Margot, $9.99. Pursued, $11.99. And Sam Whiskey, $14.99. All those were shipping included. Also sold this Doctor Who, The Complete David Tennant Years DVD set. Got an offer for $44. I countered at $49.99 and they accepted it. I just wanted to cover a little bit of the shipping since this thing is quite heavy. It's going to cost like $5 to ship. Yeah, it's actually kind of light since the last time I put them up. End of the month came and it seemed like right near the end of the month there were a lot of sales and the beginning of the month happened and things went real flat for me here compared to what's been normal. But I also have not been listing. I've been focusing on going out of town, doing a bunch of other stuff, so I'll start listing again. Hopefully the sales will go right back up. And yeah, we'll keep this thing going. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.